Lurk level 3 is exactly what's needed to get the stream to start. Hi. Couple of minutes ahead of schedule, but I kind of ran out of things to do before stream, so here we are. Figured I might as well just get to it. And, because this room is... it's a bit awkward with the silence and all that, I'm just going to swap us over to the gameplay screen directly so that we can get some background music at the very least. Hi. How you doing? We're back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I say we, it's really just me. Still, I gotta try to figure out what we were doing last time, because it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Apparently, we're gonna go talk to a stable hand. Hi, Dread, and hi, Jira. I've seen you lurking. I appreciate it. We're not doing that quest, that's fine. Well, we've made it into Trotsky Castle. Castle. My English is good, I promise. We're in the castle. We're gonna go talk to a stable hand to get our horse fitted, I think.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad. So far.
Seems like he's expecting it to get worse.
Look what I have for you.
Oh no. I need fresh food for the dog. Or not necessarily fresh, but not spoiled at the very least. We were looking at the buildings and how they're made. Yeah, we were. Oh, I have a lot of meat. I have a lot of meat. Wow. Okay. There's a distinct possibility I might have been hunting or something. Do we need to keep looking at the buildings, or are we done with that? So, full disclosure, I kind of played a little bit off stream and ended up moving significantly past this point. And
Here, mutt.
there's some really cool things coming up that I want to get to. Probably not going to spend too much time here, but it is a nice castle. It really is. I like it.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy. How's our armor doing? What's the button? I. There we go. It's been a while. Why am I not wearing anything? Really? Really? Okay. I guess the first thing we're gonna do is get dressed then. That'll probably only take a minute, right? Right? Alright, start with the head. We'll wear that and the collar. Whichever hat is best, probably that one. Can you still call it a hat when it's a helmet? Probably not, right? Do I wear the hood as well, I wonder? Probably, yeah. Don't have anything better to put on, so... Oh yeah, it's starting to come back to me now. This was the under layer. Probably the long hopback. Hawback or Hawberk? I don't know. Like I said, my English is really good. We do need the plate armor though. Need might be a strong word, but it does help keep me alive, for sure. And I guess the merchant coat for the highest possible charisma. Yeah, that looks about right. gloves are thankfully going to be a little bit easier. Like so. Yeah. Same with the boots, hopefully. Need a padded underlayer, so we can put those on top. Why am I carrying 3 pairs of shoes? Anybody remember why I'm carrying 3 pairs of shoes? Probably just gonna go with whichever have more charisma, which is these ones. I can get myself some spurs, make the horses better. This is my first time talking today. I'm feeling it in my pronunciation that my vocal cords are not exactly warmed up. I'm sure it'll sort itself out though, eventually. But I drop these while I'm here, just so I don't accidentally eat them and get food poisoning or something. That'd be kind of awful. Equip the torch. Hunting arrows. Long range arrows. I don't know. One or the other. Best maintained bow. My lovely, lovely executioner's axe. God, I love that thing. And a shield, and I think we're good. For one of the armor sets. Admittedly, the sort of charisma set is a bit easier to figure out because it's just whatever has the highest charisma. You just put it on and be happy with it. I think we wear the mail collar still. A little bit of protection doesn't hurt. I reckon that's going to be that. And we're going to wear this. I think we take the coat off because this looks a lot better. I think everyone can agree with that, right? Gonna make sure to wear the belt in the pouch. Really nice knackers gloves. Let's not talk about what I had to go through to get those. It was not a pleasant time. Same boots. The spurs are kind of good. Different pants though. And of course, the jewelry. Not forget about the dagger. He doesn't get the bow and arrow in this set. He doesn't get the axe either, actually. What he does get is a longsword. This one. There we go. That's a smashing young fella, isn't it? The pants are a bit gaudy, but we'll figure out a way to solve that later on. And the torch. I'm not entirely sure if I want to make a set for stealth. Probably not now, because yeah, I don't do it that much. So this will be fine for now.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Cheers.
Hi.
I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Good doggy.
Probably does.
Good boy.
My sensitivity a little bit too high, perhaps? I'm sure I'll get used to it. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this. Hi, Pebbles. I think this is Pebbles. This is Pebbles. Hi.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
So how does this game really play? It plays really, really well. Unless you mean like what the game is about and stuff, which would take a lot longer to explain. It plays really well. It's weirdly well optimized as well. It's a bit heavy on memory consumption, but that's beside the point. I'm here for horse tackle.
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind.
I'd
Only
rather
yesterday
not,
you
sir.
were delivering horseshoes, and today you have your own horse? I'm amazed. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Take care, sir.
Oh, okay, so they want to give me a new horse. If I want it. I don't think I want it. For very obvious reasons. Because Pebbles is really, really good now. Good horsey.
I took a look at herring.
And?
I'll keep my own, thanks.
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal.
I mean, I'll have
Actually,
both,
now
but
we've got to know each
you're not
other.
going to let me have
I
both.
want to let you in on this little scheme. We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
Yes? And I want to hear what this is about.
I can keep my mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say you took herring, and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay you up front.
That sounds like it would be really, really easy to discover, though. Because if you say I took the other horse, the moment someone sees me not riding that other horse, the gig is up. So no, we're not doing that, because that's just, you know, stupid.
Look, about. It's not a bad plan.
It is a bad plan.
I'd
It's a
rather not
terrible
get mixed
plan.
up in anything like that.
Pity. But I know what you mean. No hard feelings. Now let's forget all about it and get back to the reason you came. You know how to ride and control a horse?
I do?
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be
It really
damned.
was.
I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know.
Sure,
You can tack
sure.
him up yourself, right?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Although I am absolutely willing to bet that the equipment I already have is better. Oh, maybe not. The horseshoes are definitely better. I think I won those. But this other stuff, not so sure about it. Let's move all of that over first so we can check it. Problem is, it's okay. That is one of the, what you call it, downsides I want to levy at this game. One of the few so far is that the reason Pebbles is as good as she is because of a buff. And when I open the inventory, you can see here the actual statistics of the horse as they come out with the buff. But the moment I click on something else in the inventory, it sort of shows the base stats instead of with the buff, which makes it really hard to tell what is better, you know? But that reduces stamina, which is not great. Increases capacity by a little bit, but not much. And a little bit more courage. We don't really need any of that. This appears to do nothing, which means it's just worse, a worse version of what I'm already using. This is the same as I'm using, and these appear to do the same thing. Except I know that these ones are better. So yeah, everything they gave me was not great. So you know what we're gonna do then? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he does.
What would you like this fine morning?
I'll have a look at the wares.
I would like to sell the stuff you just gave me back to you. And maybe some silver and tin. While we're at it. Could sell some of these shoes. Because I really, really do not need 3 pairs of shoes. I'll sell these ones. I think you can afford that, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
In other news, I still got to figure out a
How's
way to,
this?
like,
That sounds really
raise up my
interesting.
monitor a little
Lower
bit.
your price
Because
you'll
the
convince
phone
me with
that
price.
I'm using for tracking is
Thank
still
you, sir.
blocking
Come again.
crucial UI elements in this game.
That turns up the black ball.
Little bit annoying,
You idiot.
but I can
You've been
kind of
hanging
deal with
around
it.
with Miller Crazel again, haven't you?
Kind of. At least I can see the combat UI.
Everything he says is true. The other day, he told me to give the cows dark ale to drink. What?
So here's Hans. Apparently we have a mission to go on.
Laugh all you like.
Let's go on the mission.
I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg, or whatever the bastard's name is.
My advice, go and pickle some cabbage.
Yeah, he wasn't pleasant, was he?
Farewell for now. Safe travels.
Aye. Whenever I see him, I feel like giving him a smack in the mouth as well.
Or 5, which
You
reminds
get used
me.
to it. Yeah,
Look,
well, if I could just raise up my
I
monitor
know
by like,
I behaved like an idiot.
I don't know,
but
10 centimeters or so, it would be good. What did he say? Behave like an idiot? Don't worry about it.
Ah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us. That herbwoman, Bojena, really helped us after that ambush.
True.
If it hadn't been
True.
for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word. And the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know.
Don't worry about
Oh, you'll
it. I took care of it on
you'll
behalf
be
of both of us.
delighted to know that I
You
already
did?
did that.
My
Yeah.
word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
Why?
How
Thank
is
you.
she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no.
But there was a bit of trouble.
Well, it's a complicated story. And not a pleasant one.
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that. But right now, I'm not in the mood for sad stories.
Almost everyone is
You can
okay.
tell me another time, but now Nabokov awaits us.
Almost.
It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then.
I mean, 3 people died, but almost everyone is okay. I think it was 3. Yeah.
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there.
That's
But
in
I
a
can't
previous
deny,
episode.
this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison.
It's a good castle.
Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Burgov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
Maybe a little bit of both. He seems the type.
Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori.
What,
I
because
could
you
have
almost got
cooked
hung
it,
here?
Gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul, and he'd ask me. So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life? And I'd have to tell him, well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching. Christ on a stick! I can't have that! When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
I reckon it'll be some time yet before you go to the next life and face judgment. Al dente's Fortuna Juvat, remember?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
It's a shame I lost my flaming sword, though.
I'm sure I can forge a new one for you there.
Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How can
Sure.
I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
Ka! Ka!
Can do.
Ka!
I mean, he doesn't have it stand a chance because Pebbles is awesome. Right?
Quick!
It kind of is that simple. But also, during that conversation, was that character growth from Hans? Is he starting to grow up? Oh, that's great. That's lovely. Is it still streaming, I wonder? I hope it's still streaming. But I'm not sure. Someone tell me if the stream is alive or not, please. Yeah, remember that thing I said about memory? It's a bit hungry. And now my chat is broken in OBS. I'm there, but the screen is black. Yeah, the game has crashed. I'll get it back up. I'm just closing as many other things as I can first in the hope that we will not have a second crash. And we'll see if we can't get it back and how much of that we got to do all over again. Suppose I could turn down the settings a bit. But I need to figure out which ones are memory intensive, because the GPU really isn't struggling at all. The GPU is fine, it's just memory. No, that's the thing, Dread. I'd already closed my browser tabs, which in reality are the ones that are consuming most of the memory in my computer. But other things can take a little bit as well. But I think we're pretty much back. Once this loads in, I'm going to open Task Manager as well, so I can just keep an eye on it. Because if it's struggling now with just the game and OBS, we're going to have some problems when we get to the next section of this game. Might have to figure something out for that. Or tune down the settings, like I said. Or get more RAM, but I thought I had quite a lot already. That's a nice graphical glitch. Alright. Memory consumption, we are currently hovering at 72%. With Kingdom Come taking 5 gigabytes. I don't suppose any of you are experts at settings. I think it's a Phantom Horse, yeah. Yeah. Let's keep the character detail high. Turn down a little bit of this. Changes the quality of motion blur, depth of field, and bloom. Can I turn that off? No. Damn it. Kind of want to turn off anti-aliasing as well. But we'll see if that makes a difference. Lighting and shadows tend to be the biggest issue. Yeah. Resolution we're already running at 1080. 60 FPS, yeah. So this is the last possible fix, I suppose. I don't want to do this, but I could turn on resolution scaling. Should solve a lot of that. Let's try it there. At least it was kind enough to save after I fixed up the clothing stuff.
Why?
Nice and slow.
That's just it. Some noble was.
Let's just speed
Glad
through this
you're
conversation,
here.
shall we?
Aye.
Or which, look,
Nah,
Don't worry about it.
talk
Yeah.
that.
Aye.
I gave her.
Don't worry.
You did? My word.
Thanks.
How is she getting? Oh, jeez, but right, it's high.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up.
Horse's back.
And then let's go.
And that pissed him off, and he wants his revenge.
He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak's dangerous and has to go.
Christ, there'll be nothing nice left here.
And take two.
Don't worry. When's the last
It's nice
time
to be
you
out
saw
under the
the
open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors out there. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle.
Sprite been up to his
I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress.
Again, it is a good castle. I
Burgov
like
certainly
this
knows how to
place.
make an
I want to
impression.
live here.
That's true. Von Burgov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh,
This place
damn.
makes me feel queasy.
The CPU is kind of
Memento
struggling too.
mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man.
Maybe I just need a new computer.
That looks
God
like
rest his
a
soul.
bloody
And he'd
Watch
ask
where
me,
you're going.
"So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick! I can't have that! When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
I reckon it'll be some time yet before you go to the next life and face judgment. Audente's Fortuna Juvat, remember?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
It's a shame I lost my flaming sword, though.
Well, I wouldn't really need a new computer in its entirety, but a CPU upgrade might be due. Only problem is I kind of don't want to upgrade my
I
CPU
need to
because
get my
then
mind on
Windows
other
is finally
things.
going to force
Get
me
the
to
feeling I'm
upgrade,
living.
quote
Let's
unquote.
really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
And
I'm
I
gonna
don't want to
refuse
quote
you
unquote
anything.
upgrade
There's a junction beyond Truskovitz with a roadside chapel.
because it
Whoever
doesn't
reaches
seem
it
like
first
much of an
wins.
upgrade.
So, get ready, forward!
Seems like a bit of a downgrade, honestly.
Gah! Quick! Gah!
Streaming and gaming on the same PC is stressing on a CPU. Yeah, okay, so that's another possibility to have. I don't know how to set that up, but a second, like, streaming computer just for handling the stream itself. Oh, that's not the right way. This is the right way.
Gah! Gah! Quick!
Christ, yeah! Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Good.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal. I'll even forgive you for having the audacity to beat me, blacksmith's boy. And I'll
Thank
even
you.
reward you for your horsemanship. After all, the lords of Perkstein don't neglect their loyal subjects.
Thanks. A generous master is a good master. That's a piece of blacksmith's wisdom.
And a satisfied escort is a good escort. That's a noble's wisdom.
I can't disagree. So, what now, Hans?
Like I say,
You just
I
say
can
maybe
see
later every
everything
time.
clearer.
Yeah, but
And the thing that's clearest
It's
to
gonna
me
stop
is
working
I
eventually.
won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters.
all right then. More writing. Yay.
Audentes fortuna juvat!
Audentes fortuna juvat. Understood.
We turn right here.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around.
Oh, did you
Soon
now?
The path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did. But
Yeah,
I'm not afraid
you almost
anymore.
did.
Now
And I
see
fixed
as
it.
An opportunity
You're welcome.
And a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz?
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
I don't feel very safe here. Let's fast travel, because I know how far it is. That takes a while, that ride.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaramir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Leipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
How long?
Come along. Sir Yaramir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaramira. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15, huh?
15 horses! My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir.
Yeah, that's
Did
not
you
awkward at
achieve
all.
what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Burkhoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaramir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you
I need
take
to get my
Henry
hood
here
washed.
under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
I'm gonna pretend it's tiring. I skipped the whole thing.
The journey was all right, but monotonous. I'm rattled from riding, and my ass hurts.
Well, I'm sure you're glad to be at the end of your ride, eh? You'll get some rest here. I'll see to that. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses.
Alright.
We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right.
They're quite
I'm
vulgar,
going.
these people, aren't
So
they?
you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Zwerk and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love
Ooh.
to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down the hill one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
Sure, but dice first.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's bag.
I hear you're a keen dice
Gambling
player.
is important, you know.
You heard damn right. All that traveling must have worn you right out.
Is it really
Take your
gambling
weight off
if
your
you've
feet, then.
got a 100% chance
Shake
of
and
winning?
roll while you wait for your lord. I play for high stakes and all. I have some
Or is that
lovely
just stealing?
badges, too, if you're interested.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
I'd like your badge. So, as much money as you have and a
Nice.
badge.
As it should be.
Let's play. For another game?
Doesn't really matter which badge I use, to be honest. More points this round. Sure, let's go
I'm
with that one.
seriously curious about you, lad.
Oh, wow, I rolled all threes. Who could have ever seen that coming, eh? I'm gonna
Why'd I
score
even
those and
start
continue.
playing?
The gamble is if you get caught steal. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. And then use the badge there.
Well, maybe
There
I
we
do the same. What rotten luck. I won't get that one back.
Thank you for your coin. I appreciate it.
You're a pleasure to play against. Do me the honor of another game.
No. You were making chicken
Henry,
sounds at me after
well,
I won. I don't appreciate that.
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
I have no idea. I actually don't. I don't remember.
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't ya?
You know, Hans is making an effort to be, like, proper now. So maybe I should do the same. I wouldn't want to embarrass him, like, immediately when he's finally trying to do the right thing, right? This guy's not gonna like me for not saying anything, but... Hans is more important.
I've got ears, but I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaramir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
Oh. I'm sure he will be.
One day he'll inherit several castles and a lot of wealth.
Well, best stick with him until that happens. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it, but mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
Sounds good.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Let's see if I remember how to do combat in this game.
Place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
Get my kit ready? Sure. Well, if it's a duel, I actually don't particularly want the axe and the shield. So, even though this is significantly less armored, I'm going to swap to the other clothing set here. And try to be badass about it.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
The point remains the same. I want
Give me a longsword.
You must fancy yourself a master swordsman. I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on.
Longswords are pretty good for duels.
Oh! You son of a bitch! Ah! What the?
Crikey! They're going at it just like real knives.
Oh! You son of a bitch!
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm kind of focusing a bit.
Ah! What the?
Hitting this poor lad in the head.
Ah! Shit! What the?
Let's see what you're made of. Von Berghoff sent us.
It's called a riposte. You should learn it.
Von Berghoff sent us
Glory to the house of
Ow,
Nibba!
okay, fine. Let's not get too close to him then. Not what I meant to do, but that works too. There we go.
Oh! No! No!
Let him have it, Michael. Glory to Nabarco.
I don't think he's doing so well.
Have it, Michael.
He was one of the best fighters around.
Glory to Nabarco. Let him have it, Michael.
Come on. Aren't you done soon? There we go. He really didn't want to give up, did he?
Smash him, Michael.
Hey, you alright?
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honor has been defended.
That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honor to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Oh, excuse me.
Poor guy having every attack he makes turn into a smack in the face. Yeah, that's kind of how duels go if you've got a long sword and know how to use it. That's actually worth a pretty penny too. And they're letting me keep it. Also, I just love the dichotomy in that conversation at the end with me looking all prim and proper and him just drenched in blood. I don't think I took damage from that.
Good day to you.
It's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had a slice of luck to be hanging out with nobles. Me and my brother wanted to get out of the smithing trade, but something always brought us back. I'm Steer. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Henry.
Greetings. How's trade?
How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Well, I wish. If I could make stuff like that, me and my brother wouldn't be stuck here. We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up, which they do all the time.
Tell me about it. I've straightened bent nails and knives and saws till I couldn't see straight. Folks don't take care of things, and then they're surprised.
You took the words out of my mouth. And it's work from dawn to dusk, day in, day out. And if you saw the work waiting for me down below and in the tower, no end to it.
Hold on. I'll go down there and help you out. The work will go faster with an extra pair of hands.
No, don't go anywhere. What I mean is, thanks for the offer. But we can't have a guest working here, can we? And besides, you get in the way down there. They're working on the fortifications. Better go and play dice with Twerk or something. Make the most of your free time till your lord gets back.
All right. Whatever you say.
All right.
I just wanted to help.
Oh, I know you did. But I can manage by myself. Really. Let's leave it at that.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. So he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But times is hard. This way, at least we're together.
It does
That's
sound
the
a bit
main
fishy,
thing.
doesn't it?
Have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
I mean, I'm in the service of Hans, so technically it's more his journey. I'm just taking part. Whatever.
I have my lord,
Sure.
and that's all I need.
I understand. I won't mind being a noble's retainer myself. What's he like, actually?
Little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
It doesn't matter. He's a lord, and I'm a commoner.
He's got you well trained.
He does, doesn't he?
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I got back to work. Farewell, sir.
Well, you
Here,
hungry
Matt.
again? I swear this dog eats more than I do. Also, to finally reply to an earlier comment, I stabbed him in the neck like 3 to 4 times. Yeah. You should see the killing blows with that move. They're kind of gory. I like it. I was told to not go down to the fortifications down there. I kind of want to go down to the fortifications. See what's up. You know me, I just want to help.
You silly doggy.
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further. I'm sure they'll take good care of you up in the fortress.
Why can't I go there, if you don't mind me asking?
Because there's work going on there, sir. Repairing the fortifications, cutting wood, sharpening stakes. Is like an anthill there. Nothing worth seeing, if you ask me. You get in the lad's way, and God forbid you might have an unfortunate accident. I can't let that happen. I'm sure you understand.
All right.
All right. I understand.
Thanks for being so understanding, sir.
But with that being said, I mean, I see the hole in the fortification. But what made the hole in the fortification? Why does it need to be repaired? It's clearly recent as well, otherwise it would have already been repaired, no? Is this the archery guy? I think it probably is.
Greetings, sir. You've come a long way to visit us, so I reckon we ought to show our hospitality properly.
That would be nice, yeah.
Practice archery together. What do you say?
I'd love to.
Sure. I'd love to.
I was hoping you'd say that. The targets are beneath the ramparts, so we'll shoot from the gallery. The rest is easy. I'll give you some arrows. You lean out from the battlements and shoot at the target till you run out. The closer to the bullseye, the higher the score.
Okay.
An extra 3 points to the one who shoots all his arrows first. And the one with the most points at the end wins. Stands to reason. If you beat me,
Standard
I'll
rules.
give you one of our best crossbows, so you don't badmouth us to his lordship.
Ah, shit. Now I have to
Sounds
win.
like a challenge. I accept.
Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Longbow,
Let's
obviously.
take longbows.
Whatever you say, let's do it then.
Take up your positions. Let them fly. I'm all thumbs today.
Oh, I have completely forgotten how to shoot. What?
To win at this rate.
Excuse me? What?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
But I needed to win the archery contest. Firing at his target doesn't do shit. This is cheating. This is not fair.
Another notch on the quiver. You're not a bad shot, sir. But a bit of practice would do you good. Practice makes perfect, after all.
Shut
There's not a lot
the
to
fuck
do around here,
up.
so I practice a lot. And I reckon you can tell. My offer stands. If you want another go, you'll find me round that corner there. I'll wait there, so you don't have to go all
No, give me another go,
I fancy some
and
more archery.
great.
preferably
Now,
at
just
a
tell me what
target
you want to-
that doesn't disappear.
Whatever you...
Archers get set.
Oh no, he's gonna lose.
Let them fly.
Fucking hit the target for once.
Oh, I'm cheating.
Completely wide again.
So, like I was saying earlier, yeah, this game is pretty good. It runs pretty well, but it's not perfect. It is absolutely not perfect. Archery is coming back to me, though. Relatively accurate, I'd say. Not perfect accuracy, but close enough. Now do you see why I lost? You can't hit a target that isn't
I
there.
never expected you'd be such a sharp shooter. Admirable. And here's the gift I promised, sir. You earned it,
Thank
fair
you.
and square.
Thank you.
Thanks. The pleasure was all mine.
If you want to try it out straight away, just say the word. In any case, you'll find me round that corner there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at what he gave me. Ornate hunting crossbow. Money! We do like money.
Careful.
There was something about horses, wasn't there? I want to go have a look at the horses. Because from what I can see, this is not a massive
There's nothing for you down there
fortification.
except hard labour, and that's nothing for a gentleman.
Oh yeah, whatever. There's not that many people here, but if they had 15 horses... Seems a bit excessive, don't it? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Well, I see 11. Oh. 13, 14, 15,
A moment. I'm
17.
going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
My respects.
So there are 15 horses here, plus the 2 that we brought. That's a lot of horses. And this guy seemed like he wanted my attention somehow. Should I be concerned that I'm being led out into the woods by a stranger? I mean, I'm carrying weapons, so... I think we'll be fine, right? Right? Because nothing bad would ever happen to our boy Henry.
Hey, sir, hear me out, please.
All right. I'm all ears.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never
Nope.
seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaramir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaramir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaramir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
Huh. Well, that's a little bit concerning.
I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. I may have the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk. I'm nothing like a hare, though.
Well, I've got the nose of a wolf, so watch out. You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. all your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
Well, gee. I didn't know it was illegal to take a piss. Something definitely isn't right here, though.
Horses here, more in the stables, and a big corral with even more outside the village. That's a lot more than I'd expect here. I wonder where Lord Nebat got them all. Maybe that Pelzer will know.
That's him right there. Let's ask.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honor instead of insulting my lord's honor? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
I mean, I could. Or I could threaten this man to tell me about the horses. Or just try to trick him.
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebat get them?
All right, if you insist.
I'm afraid I do.
Lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Wait, so there's a chance that some of these horses are the horses that was with my company when I arrived here.
Where did you fight with them?
Not far from the stream that feeds into Nabokov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
Good for you.
Too right. It wasn't easy.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
That's all you needed to say. All right.
Race.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to
There's a
Nabokov
price, you
Mill.
say? All right, I'll do
Down
it.
the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
All right.
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath stinks.
Okay.
Quick!
That's a bit of a sharp turn.
Gah!
I think I remember the way. In fairness, probably could just go down here, but it would be against the spirit of it, I think. I'm gonna go around here, over there, and then back. Yeah, that's not too bad. There's a crash again. Maybe. Is it still running, I wonder? Let's check that actually. Oh, except the stream chat also breaks when that happens. Refresh that page. So that's not ideal. Obviously. I'm not entirely sure we're even back yet. So everything that was running currently was the game, OBS, and a single tab for the YouTube backend. Oh, and VTube Studio, obviously. That was bad enough to crash it. Yeah, no, I haven't restarted the game yet, because I need to figure out what I can do to make this not happen again. And quite frankly, I have no idea. Probably all I can do is turn down the settings in the game itself. That's not really something I want to do, but I might have to. Apologies for the scuff, but that's what we're here for, isn't it? I'm of no help in this regard. I never clipped a studio or VTube. Well, I'm sure I'll get around to it someday. Maybe. Yeah, no, I think the only thing I can really do is turn down the settings on the game. Which is unfortunate, but if that's necessary, then that's necessary. I did discover a nice little trick, though. Which is when was the last time you restarted that PC? I don't want to talk about it. But that's a good idea. Later. When the game, or when the computer runs out of memory, I get a little message saying that the game is crashing because it ran out of memory. But if I just ignored the message, apparently, it did let me save first, and then crash out. So I did that, which I did twice, apparently, because I used the save your snaps for it. Might not have been the best idea in the world, but I did. Now let's see if that breaks things in a different way, shall we? Because I saved during the race. Just gonna wait for it to load. Try to get into the menu as quick as possible. And have another look at those graphic settings. Now these ones are all fine, so it's gonna be in here. Let's just turn everything down to medium, shall we? Hopefully it's not gonna have too much of an impact, and at least we'll get to see if it helps. And I'm not really that concerned about anti-aliasing, so let's turn it off. In the hopes that it might help. Now watch it crash immediately.
Go.
Well, he caught up.
Quick.
I think this still looks alright, doesn't it?
Go.
I do see a little bit of that aliasing. Might get distracting after a while.
Go. Keep it.
I have a sneaking suspicion I went the wrong way there. But that's fine. So all I gotta do is beat this guy. Which I don't think is gonna be much of a problem. Unless Pebbles runs out of stamina, but I don't think she will. It's not that far left to the finish line.
Quick.
And here we are. I was promised a prize.
Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see.
Throwing a
beat
bit of shade
Hurtle,
there, Henry.
so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
Saddle,
if
you
you're so
say?
delighted, race again.
Nah. I'm good. Well, let's check out that saddle, shall we? Bravante saddle. First class versatile saddle with bronze lined cantle, decorated fenders, and sheep's wool pads. A generous extension of the carrying capacity brings with it a reduction in the speed of the animal. Okay, but it looks like it weighs less than the one I'm currently using. Oh, it weighs significantly less. Oh, wow. Okay. And it adds, what? About 150? 160 maybe. It like doubles the carrying capacity. Reduces the speed still, but that's to be expected. Still 55 with the buff. That ain't bad. Oh, that does look good. That's a fine saddle.
Good.
Oh, hey, the target's back. What else can we do here? I'm waiting until Sir Hans's meeting is over. Find out more about the horses. Okay. I was told to talk to some woman, wasn't I? Let's see if I can find her. It's him again.
You're a pleasure to play against. Do me the
Am I
honor of
really?
Another game.
You lost in round 1. Hey, Michael, anything interesting happening here? Oh, I can ask him about the horses.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
He should consider cleaning himself up a bit.
If there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist. Well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it.
What are you looking at me
Sir
like that for,
Jaromir
Gio?
had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls. And his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
Yeah, the groom said something very, very different there. Let's not confront him about that.
No, you were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so. It was good to see you, my friend.
Had a loose end, sir?
Fishy, fishy, fishy. Now, I actually quite like fish, but not this kind. And now that I'm paying attention to it, it almost feels like the ambient music is trying to tell me something too. Nice gesture costume. I know, right? Well, not this one, but that one. Yeah? I'd be a good court jester, except I'm not funny. I wasn't allowed to go down there. How about here then? Is he alright?
Christ!
Is he alright?
Now, it's nothing too bad. Well, I never. The great warrior himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Well, you didn't make it easy.
Yeah, he did.
That's good.
He was
I
pretty
don't like
bad.
fighting with wretches who haven't a chance in hell.
It's a shame there aren't more like you. Now, let's have a look. What kind of hosts would we be if I sent you back to your lord in that state?
What state? He never hit me. But I won't say no to being tended by a pretty lass.
Oh, thanks. Well, I certainly can't refuse care from a lovely lass like yourself.
Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye.
They don't want you checking out the defenses. The one guy said he hasn't seen the lord they're talking about. And the stories ain't lining up. Yeah. Something's wrong here.
Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
Fine, let's be honest.
I'm not a knight, actually.
Oh, how come? You look like one.
Why, thank you.
Knights are a separate class. Not every noble with a sword is a knight, you know.
Please explain it to me then.
Knight is the title of part of the lower nobility, but that doesn't mean that they're genuine dubbed knights. To be dubbed a knight, take the oath and so on, you first have to serve as a page for some time. And then you perform some great feat, like heroism in battle, and only then are you rewarded with knighthood.
My word.
I see.
I had no
I see.
idea it was that complicated. I'd love to hear more, but I have to go and get some more herbs. I'm running low. Would you like to come with me? And maybe tell me something about yourself?
Yep. Absolutely.
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? You'll make me blush.
Her
Come
eyes
on, then.
immediately glaze
Let's
over.
go.
Nah, she seemed
If I
interested.
don't get back soon, the sick will start to treat themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go?
Aye, let's go.
Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel.
It's a
But the
funny
sly
story.
fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery, so I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
Maybe?
No. I entered the monastery under a false name, but I haven't really looked into how the whole thing works.
Better have fun while you can then, before the abbot drags you back in, so you don't have any regrets. Tell me more, please.
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you.
Correct.
Thank you for telling me your
I'm
stories.
very strong.
It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
At the risk of sounding a bit dirty, I bet you do. Those stories were all from the first game, by the way, so if anyone is interested in seeing them, play Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It's good. It's worth it.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded.
Oh yeah.
When the ointments
Them.
and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
Let's try to impress her.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold, am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the
I'll
glade
do my
here,
best.
but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage.
I did not actually know that poppy was native to Europe. But I suppose it makes sense. You know, milk of the poppy being a commonly used remedy back in the day. Alright, that's the sage and poppy. What else was it? Marigold. Which is yellow, isn't it? I imagine it's yellow. Well, orangey. That's close enough. How does one milk a poppy? Well, you wait until the poppy is growing, and then it forms these bulbs, which has a white liquid sort of seeping from them, and then you just scrape it off. And then that's basically pure opium and highly illegal, so don't do that.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will, don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Oh my. She's a bit of a daredevil, isn't she? Inviting random strange men into the forest. She seems approachable enough. And she probably has information.
All right, Missy. Enough sweet talk. There's something fishy about this fortress. So tell me what you know, or you'll be sorry.
You wouldn't hurt me, would you?
That's a
Want
bit
to
more
find
aggressive than I was expecting there,
I'll
Henry.
scream.
All you have to do is tell me what's going on here. Or will it have to be the hard way?
No, please.
Henry, come on.
Spill the beans, then. Or your taste steel.
All right. All right. I don't know what you've sniffed out here, but my advice is to forget about it. Otherwise, you'll end up under lock and
Henry.
key like the others. And maybe I will too. Just go and get your lord and get out of here. And now let me go.
Henry. I guess I should have realized from the icon. $23, $18, $23, $24. That's 6 minutes back in time. That's a bit much. Can I apologize?
Leave me alone. Get away from me, you pig.
I want to go back. I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. I am. But... Yeah. That is a common problem with most, like, dialogue-heavy RPGs. Is that the
Our
tone
little
is
fortress
often
doesn't
not,
impress you much, I suppose.
you
You
know,
must be used to
clearly
real
signposted.
castles.
To an extent,
Actually,
it is,
that's
because
why
it
I'm
gives
so
me an
pleased you're
icon
here.
of what
A bit of
type
excitement
of
at last.
response
Tell
I'm
me
giving.
more about knights.
And
Or
that,
better
like,
still,
skeleton
about yourself.
icon is
Where have you been?
threatening.
What have you seen?
It's
All right,
essentially
then.
like using your authority
Some
to
time ago,
force
my
someone
native
else
region,
into telling you
far
what they
from
want.
here, was plagued by a gang of bandits.
But I didn't expect them
Trapped
to be
and it wasn't easy.
that aggressive
Until I
about
found
it.
their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
Oh, let's do one of the other stories this time then.
And now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse. And we couldn't let that go unanswered. We answered ruse with ruse. On a dark night, we scaled the ramparts to open the gate from inside.
That sounds clever.
Aye, but they discovered us. And we had to withdraw under fire.
A good thing, too. At least you lived to tell the tale. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents, too.
Yeah, Fallout 4 messed up dialogue choices in a very interesting way, because for whatever reason they decided that every dialogue needs to have like 4 options, practically speaking. And oftentimes you only really need 1 or 2. Sometimes it'd be nice to have like 6 different options at once.
This really
But nope,
is a lovely
gotta stick to
spot.
4 because
If it
face
was up
buttons
to
on a
me,
controller.
I'd just lie down in the grass and take it
Gotta make
easy.
sure everything is playable on
can't.
console, you know?
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments
But
and
legitimately,
concoctions
older
run out,
RPGs were
they
a lot
reach
better
for
at
the
this because
liquor.
they'd
And if his
usually just
lordship found out
display
I was
the
dawdling,
entirety of
he'd have
what
my
you were
guts for
saying.
garters.
Because
Just the Yaramir
it was
treat
pure
you bad?
text anyway.
Not at all.
You know?
He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
3 yeses and 1 no, but yes. That's about it. I think the design principle that went into Fallout 4 was like yes, no, no, but actually yes, and then the 4th option was like more information usually. I didn't play it much because I didn't like it very much, but you know.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads.
Really?
Yeah, let's skip some of this dialogue, shall we?
I've got since it all
Because we
grows
just
I
heard
think
it.
I'll manage.
The marigold was over here. I think I misclicked and yeah. We got chamomile instead. That's fine. At least it smells good. And here's the poppies. Another misclick, but at least it was sage, which I also need. No. If I could pick the right flowers, that'd be nice. There we go. I think that's everything. Looks like it was everything.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks.
You promise?
I will. Hurry.
Now let's try that again, shall we? And maybe not threaten the innocent woman this time. See, this icon here, it's supposed to indicate threatening dialogue. But again, I didn't think it'd be that bad.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
I have no idea, but I think I can guess where this option leads. And that. Is she just flirting? It's hard to tell. I'm gonna go with this option.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer.
Oh, damn.
And
Yeah, she was
now
just flirting then.
your reward.
Oh, well, okay. That's...
I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield.
I wonder how
As a
YouTube's gonna
true
feel
knight,
about this.
I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
It is part of the
You'll
game.
soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
We should go back.
I suppose we should go back.
As quick as
Well,
possible,
Can't be helped.
please.
Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry, and thanks. for your
Alright.
help.
We'll see if the VOD survives. That is a Twitch rule, yes. I might just go in and see if I can figure out the editing software on YouTube and just cut that little bit out. Or at the very least, I should double check what the rules say about it. It might be fine, it might not be. We'll see. Anyway, what we're doing... Hans seems to be ready now. Is he outside? Oh, he's right there. At least I didn't scream at her. There is
Good
that.
thing you've come. We're all finished here. Now back to Trotsky. Time. Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need it. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really?
It's got that kind of fishy
Like what?
But
smell.
not so loud.
The horses,
yeah.
you mean?
I'll tell you everything,
I'll
but
tell
not
you
here.
everything, but not here.
For Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well,
It is.
time we set
There's a
off.
lot of things that doesn't add up about this.
I agree.
Worst case, they demonetize the VOD. Well, they can't demonetize something that isn't monetized in the first place.
Oh, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Berghoff.
We should.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Jaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Jaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
Yes, somewhat
I
is an
listen.
understatement. I feel like what the villagers said was kind of more consequential than the horses. Because, yeah, we were given conflicting accounts of how they got the horses. But both versions were legal, so to speak. There's something fishy about that, but it's not definitive. Now, a bunch of unknown men-at-arms suddenly occupying the fortress, it's potentially a bit worse, isn't it?
I spoke to one of the villagers. He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebokov now, and they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nebak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
So Jaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fortress? But he only sends me 5 men?
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries. He would only talk to me in secret.
Is that all?
No, they had a lot of
There
horses
are
as well.
lots of horses stabled outside Nebokov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Samin stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. So Jaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nebak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, Henry, you have convinced me. It seems something serious is going on at Nabokov. And we will have to get to the bottom of it. Which we might be able to do surprisingly soon, with a bit of luck. Because we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And?
Ooh.
Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner. And it seems we don't have one
Why
here.
would you suggest
so they
torture,
just beat
Henry?
him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there.
Damn, Hans.
Make him regret the day
You that
he took up
bloodthirsty,
arms
really?
against us.
I will talk to him, absolutely. But torture is so ineffective.
Well, we'll interrogate him, sir. But I confess torture is as distasteful for me as it is for your men.
I thought you would want to settle scores for the ambush.
Have you forgotten what they did to Oates and the others? What they put us through?
No, I haven't.
No, listen. I haven't forgotten, and I see where you're coming from. But the problem with torture is that if someone is in pain, they will say literally anything in order for the pain to stop. So, yeah, you'll get information out of people. You'll very likely get exactly the information you want out of them, because that's what you want to hear, and it's the only thing that's going to make the pain stop. It's not necessarily going to be the truth. They're just telling you what they think you want to hear. Torture is really, really bad at getting proper information out of people.
But I'm a Christian, and I won't lower myself to their level.
What you should do
We'll get
is
out
trick
of him
them
without torture.
with rhetoric.
We shall see about that. But who knows? Maybe you will have more success than my men. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's a way to put it.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Oh, I mean, I saw a lot of things out in the countryside. The fact that the young lad actually left his own wedding is concerning. Murder in Truskowitz. I forget who that was. I think that was the lover's quarrel thing with the old lady's daughter. I've been helping the robber baron, so I don't want to say anything about that. Yeah. I think Semine is the way to go here.
A strange thing happened. Young Semine rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are right.
It was.
That is truly strange coincidence. Young Olda.
Yeah, I don't think it was a coincidence.
I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry,
Nice.
he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.
Sounds delightful. Can I do that right away, or...
Let's go a little farther so he doesn't hear us.
All right. All right.
Oh.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. You know how they say the ends justify the means?
Yeah, but that's
that applies
bullshit, though.
exactly to our situation. Like I said, if we can manage it without torturing, all the better. But on the other hand, those fuckers had no mercy either.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Bergov a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him.
Unfortunately,
It's
that
worth
is
a try.
true.
What'll we do? I mean, we're not going to actually torture someone, are we?
Maybe we won't even have to if he sings. But you heard von
True.
Bergov. We can't back out now.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. Shit.
Alright, might as well. I'll try to solve it with just talking. Bless you.
You shouldn't work so hard. You wear yourself out.
Torturing people. What have I gotten myself into?
I don't have a snappy comeback for that question. I'm just trusting him to know where we're going.
So, it's up to us again.
It sure is, which means it's up to me. I probably shouldn't badmouth him while he's in earshot, should I? Stop sneezing in the kitchen.
Oh, God. You go first.
Alright. Let's get this over with. Can't possibly be worse than the GTA scene.
Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
We asked first. I don't think that's gonna work. You know what? Let's try to build some rapport first and actually answer the question.
My name is Henry, and this is Hans Capon.
Sir Hans Capon to you.
We're here at the behest of Lord von Bergov, but we're not his soldiers.
Vermin just the same.
Let's try the easy way.
You know what? Let's try it the easy way. If you tell us what we want to know, nothing will happen to you.
Fuck off, bastard!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongs and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
Ah, they wouldn't fit. I got a very pert ass. Well, from his perspective, I might be a traitor. I don't know. Let's have a look at the tools, I guess. It's the least bad option I can see at the moment. Just please don't start pulling teeth or something. Yeah.
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Please don't.
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything.
Hans, can you leave? You're making this more difficult. So obviously these two are the ones we want to know. The Istvan thing, if I remember, is more of a personal thing for Henry. But it might catch him off guard. I'm gonna try that.
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
Who?
Istvan.
It's been a pleasure. Fuck off.
I guess not then.
Where's that band of yours hiding?
So I have explored quite a bit, so I think I know actually. But let's try the Silver Tongue version, shall we? It's a hard sell, but with a 22, be really cool if it worked, wouldn't it?
I'll ask again. Where's your camp? You think you're real important, eh? A tough nut. A hero. Only you're just a poor wretch living a shitty, wasted life among outlaws. No one respects you, and no one likes you. Not even your bandit cronies. Even if you somehow slipped away back to your lair, wherever it is, do you think they'll thank you? No fucking way.
Nabokov. It's Nabokov.
I knew something wasn't quite right.
Fuck! We were
Okay.
right in the lion's mouth.
That's what I was guessing.
How did you manage that?
Old Nabok is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you.
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin.
Sellouts?
You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
Okay, so yeah, that tracks with what I figured had happened at that castle. Is that the fortifications are broken because there was a siege at the castle, and the siege was successful, and the bandits have now taken over the castle, pretending to be the hosts. Hence why all the horses stolen by the bandits.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Don't be a hero. You're already in prison. No one's coming to save you.
Your leader. Who is he? You think you can impress him, do you? By how heroic and tough you are. But you know how it really is? You're nothing to them. They've probably written you off long ago. Am I right?
Exactly.
The world is full of ingratitude. You're here trying to hold your tongue like a monk under a vow of silence, and they couldn't care less.
Well, there's some truth in that. I don't know him very well. They call him Jan.
Is that it?
I really don't know nothing. I ain't been with him long. But he seems like a straight-up bloke. He's got good ideas, and nobody would dare to go against him.
Right, now let's try this again.
One more time. Is there an Istvan among you?
I don't remember.
Well, that's basically a guaranteed success. I wonder where it leads.
There's no point in denying it. We know Istvan well.
A bit too well, I'd say.
Look, I'll tell you about him, but only because he's odd anyway.
Finally, something we can agree on.
How do you mean, odd?
He seemed lily-livered to me. A coward. He avoids combat like the devil does crosses.
Yeah, what kind of sword does he have?
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he, or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
No, he's already given us plenty. Has in fact told us everything we need to know. Without an ounce of violence.
Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl
Okay,
back
almost
to
everything.
your von Berghoff.
You must tell me. After all, he's the one responsible for your suffering. If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be rotting here.
That's a load of bollocks!
Oh, is it? If he really wanted to help you, von Berghoff wouldn't come out of it alive. I want that bastard's name, now!
Korva!
The name, say the name!
Olda! Sabine!
Alright.
The groom!
Yep.
That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ!
It's all coming together.
And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands.
Von Berghoff
This is
isn't a
indeed very
madman.
silly.
He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
I think it's because I'm refusing to torture the poor guy.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Berghoff's side deserve to die.
But we're not on von Berghoff's side, and you didn't know shit about that.
You're not worth the effort. I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Berghoff has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Berghoff too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, it's not a pleasant feeling. But I'm glad that in the end we didn't have to, you know...
I reckon he told
Me
us
too.
everything we wanted to
Me
know.
too.
Yes, good work. There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabokov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Berghoff? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the
In
fortress are
fairness,
in
he did try to keep it
it?
a
Old Semi.
closed rebellion.
Gnarly.
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
It is a terrible mess. Should we say something or should we not say something? I've hung out rather with the Lord Semin, not the son that's responsible for this mess, but the dad quite a bit, and he seems like a nice fella. I don't personally think he's involved. I believe he was genuine in his confusion as to why his son was gone from his own wedding. I can't imagine the other people in the castle are any the wiser. But I reckon if we tell Burgow that Semyon is doing bad shit, then, you know, it's gonna start some stuff. Probably. But we kind of have a duty to say. I wish I knew how to do polls in chat. I'm not even sure I have the permissions for that yet. What do y'all think? Should I turn him in or keep it secret? Actually, in asking that question, I think I got the answer. Because I don't want anyone to do anything rash. I'd kind of like to go and have a chat with them myself first. So what if we keep quiet for now, and then I'll try to go talk to him, see if I can figure it out. Get some more information before we start pointing fingers, you know? Might save some innocent lives. Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semyon's involvement to ourselves.
And I can always tell him later.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Burgov trusted in us. Won't be tired as if he ever discovers we lied to him. But do what you think is right.
Bastards! You'll get yours one fucking day.
I heard you recently visited your brother.
Hi, Catherine.
How's it faring? He passed away, unfortunately.
Excuse me, I was going out that way. Okay, so I reckon I need to probably let him know right away that we're done with the interrogation.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
So let's do that. Which is probably going to involve having to lie to a lord. Not a great look. It's up here. No, it's below. This place is very confusing. There's like stairs everywhere. They go up and down and around, and I can never quite figure out where I am. Is this the right place? There you are.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Why, thank you.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
Okay, so that's the one we don't want to go with. That is also technically true. I feel like that should be the one to end on. Well, it depends on what you mean by here. Nobody in this particular castle, as far as we know, helped them, but someone in the region did. Let's start with the least consequential, that being this one.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. that he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
Yeah, they're in Nabokov. They've taken over the castle.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now.
Not sure an apology was necessary. You've never met the man before. How was he supposed to know? Okay, and then I have to choose one of these then.
Your suspicions about the folk in the region haven't proved true. It seems the bandits are working on their own.
That is quite odd. Why would young Semin leave his own wedding? Moreover, right before the ambush. Something seems fishy to me.
It is fishy. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to succeed on that check, I can't imagine. And I kind of agree it should be investigated. I just don't want anyone to do anything rash. This will be a lie, because it will be Henry saying that, oh, I guess I made a mistake, and he didn't actually leave his own wedding. Which he did. And... yeah. Yeah. Not telling the truth is one thing, which is occasionally acceptable, but straight up lying, I don't like that. So I guess we'll agree that it should be investigated and just kind of see where that takes us. It seems the decision is out of my hands at this point.
It's all a bit peculiar. It should be looked into.
Precisely. We should put the squeeze on young Samin.
Yes, we shall.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and learn the truth.
You can count on it, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
All right. I guess that's that then. Let's hope nobody does anything rash. Famous last words if there ever were one. However, I was told a little while ago about some armor that they wanted to give me. Won't wait. 3 weeks later, yeah. But they might actually not wait this time.
How did it go?
Stop blocking my back, please. Thank you. Lord Burgow sent me.
Lord von Burgov sent me. I'm supposed to collect a gift in return for my services.
If he sent you directly to me, you must have made quite an impression on him. In that case, I'll give you one of our best
Good to hear.
weapons. What would you choose?
Weapon? Ooh. I already have decent weapons. I'm a blacksmith. I make them myself. So I don't want a battle axe because I already have that and it's really good. I didn't make my own longsword yet. So I guess there's a chance we'll get a better one.
I'll take a longsword.
A true swordsman's weapon. Good choice. If you want to train your combat skills,
Common
I'm at
longsword.
your service. After all, any weapon is
Well,
only as good as the
money
man
is money.
who wields it.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Can you teach me fighting
Certainly.
techniques?
Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well.
I mean, I do want to learn these. Get 50 longswords and hang off your horse? Yeah, maybe.
As you can probably figure, I like the longsword because it's beautiful and an absolutely nimble weapon. Our grandfathers didn't use them, but today in Prague, everyone is tripping over themselves to learn how to fight with one. I'll be happy to show you how to handle it better. What do you say?
300 coins? Yeah. Probably worth it.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
As you wish. The first thing is to realize a sword has 2 blades, and thanks to your second hand on the hilt, you can quickly spin it around and hit your opponent's head. These are exactly the techniques that make the longsword an extremely deadly weapon. Now come and try it a few times. Good, your service. You've really got a knack for it. Keep it up, my friend.
I will. Not entirely sure what I did. That's a lie. I know what I did. What I did there was I bought, essentially, a new combo for the longsword. This one. After attacking twice from above, finish your attack with a left strike to slip past your opponent's weapon. I will be honest, though, chances of me using a combo in combat is next to nothing. Because counterattacks just work so much better. In almost every situation. Opening strike 2, effective successful opening strike greatly enhanced, which does more difficult to block if I hit an uncovered zone. Yeah, do that. Just noticed I have some perks that I need to deal with. Ooh, main level 1 even. Huh. For every 5 levels of strength, your charisma increases by 1. Well, charisma, it's nice, isn't it? We do like looking good. We'll do charisma. Just make Henry really charming and, you know, a real Hercules. Clearly nothing happened as that guy wasn't covered in his own blood. Exactly. Each level of vitality also adds 1 extra stamina point. The effect applies retroactively. 20 extra stamina? How much stamina do I have? Is there a number I can read for that? Because more stamina would be good. Absolutely. I just don't know how much 20 points are. Because if the current max is like 100, then 20 more is 20%. That's brilliant. But if the current max is 1,000, then that's not going to count for much, you know? These are exclusive to each other, but they are more experience point. Don't really need that. Thievery stuff. Better armor, just in general. Pacifist, no, I can't. That might be fun at some point. Try to do a pacifist run. Not sure it's possible. Could be a nice challenge. And then the exact opposite, Warmonger. After the end of a fight, you gain a +2 bonus on strength, agility, and combat skills for 6 game hours. To renew it, you must enter combat again. I'll take the stamina for now. Because that's just a straight up stat buff. Speak with Capon about Semi. Okay. Let's do that before we run out of time. What is this icon, actually? New quest. But what is that quest? Maybe I'll have time to figure it out. We'll see. Here's Hans, right here.
Should we ride out for Semin?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this a little bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'll wait here for Hashek. You can join me if you want.
There's
Let's
something
go
I have
check
to do.
out that other quest.
Just be sure to get here on time.
Yeah, on time. When is on time, though? It's already late, and he said in the evening, didn't he? Let's see if I can figure out what this quest is. Should be right above here.
I didn't see much as
It's already started
In
bringing
the dining hall.
And now, when there's a war on, that's a godsend.
Inheritances are
that's
always
why I
trouble.
asked.
It doesn't matter what your relatives
Oh
are.
no, it's him.
Why
is it him?
Money, you can only
Iron mills
rely
have
on
nothing
yourself.
to do with the
I had
dying,
an unpleasant
do
conflict.
they?
Greetings. What would you like? But we need someone who knows how to drum up business.
Feeling better?
So, Master Chamberlain, are you feeling better?
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better. I even managed to finally lie down and close my eyes for a while.
That's good. It's a sign that your humors are back in balance. But you have to keep taking the medicine, otherwise you risk another collapse.
I'll be careful, thank you. And here's a small token of my gratitude.
Symbolically I appreciate that, but it's 25 coins, come on.
Is there any work around the castle I can help with?
Well, there's the issue with the demons.
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a panic, but yes, unfortunately. Once again, devils are wreaking havoc at Trotsky.
You mean horned ones? From hell?
Do you know any other kind?
Okay.
I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Berghoff at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know the times we're living in. War, bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you to improve your standing with me and help me out.
Yeah, this is all getting a bit too biblical for my tastes. But Henry is religious. So, yeah, we're going with that option right there.
How many do you think there are?
A lot. Certainly more than there are sinners in the region. Expect at least 10 beasts for every soul.
That's some army. And I've never seen a real demon before. So what needs to be done?
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossiner, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering something of the sort as well. The good news is it's only 3 people, for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic from spreading any further.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first time you've had to deal with it.
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a priest or an apothecary. Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the Maiden Tower.
Okay, then. I don't really even know how to respond to that. I guess my real response would be this, actually, but in a sarcastic tone. What a brave man.
Lord von Berghoff has my admiration, then. How long did they fight? And what kind of armor was Lucifer wearing? Did Lord von Berghoff sustain any injuries?
Sounds very
In
legit,
any case,
indeed.
you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, or the blacksmith perhaps, where the demons are coming from. And then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. You understand? I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to say about it as well. The question is if you're up to it, or if I should call in someone braver.
No, I can handle some imaginary devils. Sure.
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to chase those monsters away. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle, without anyone chasing me out?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle while completing this task, but don't stay any longer than necessary in otherwise forbidden areas. I let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell them you have my permission.
You said something about a priest and an apothecary. Should I pay them a visit?
We've always
Now
used
that sounds
either
useful.
holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish creatures. Which one would you prefer?
In for a penny, in for a pound. Magic.
I'll
Straight
try
up.
the water from the apothecary.
He supposedly went all the way to the Takov waterfall to collect it during the full moon. I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a ruckus, or you cause a panic. God be with you.
Oh, I don't imagine there's going to be much of a risk of that. Don't know if I have time to do this, but we can try.
What are you planning for supper?
Let's see if we can find those cooks first. Should be right downstairs in the kitchen, right? Presumably. Where is everyone? I want to turn the graphics settings back up. But it's gonna crash my game again. Okay. Not allowed to be there, apparently. There's one of them.
The Chamberlain said you know something about the demons haunting the castle.
Those monsters are back again. Last summer, we only heard them scratching the walls and roof with their claws. But they got a lot more bold this time. They're leaving charred marks on my wooden spoons, throwing clumps in my food, and they're constantly leaving their droppings in my kitchen.
Does sound like rats, yeah. Apart from the burn marks, that sounds like someone just forgot a ladle on the stove. But let's not antagonize the poor woman.
Don't worry. The Chamberlain is taking this very seriously. He sent me to take care of it.
My eyes and ears aren't what they used to be, but I still know everything that's going on around here. Be on the lookout for people walking arse first. That's how the demons disguise themselves, so you can't see they're hollow inside.
All right. I'll keep an eye out. Where should I look for them?
They're coming from the other side of the castle, below the maiden.
Okay, then.
I swear.
How should I deal with them?
Of course. Everyone knows the demons enter this world through the flames. You have to find 5 fireplaces in the palace, under the maiden, and sprinkle water on them. Be careful to sprinkle within the width of your little finger. 9 drops, 1 for every angelic choir. And every 3rd drop must be twice as big as the ones before it.
That's not going to be a symmetrical pattern. All right.
I'll take care of it. I hope I can do it exactly as you said.
And one more thing to take to heart. The spell is most effective when performed in the moonlight.
Yeah, well, I don't have time for that,
Most of
so.
all, don't forget 9 drops. God bless you, sir.
If you say so. Fear of the unknown really does weird things to people, doesn't it? This
That's still
guy.
all right. It'd be worse if you...
I remember this guy.
The Chamberlain mentioned you've seen demons at the castle.
You're damn right I did. What do you know about it?
Only that they're crawling out of fireplaces in the castle below the Maiden.
I'm sure at least half a dozen demons have taken up residence in the western courtyard. If the Chamberlain didn't tell you how dangerous this is for all of us, I'm telling you now.
I'm working on it.
Of course he told me. That's why we're trying to resolve this as quickly as possible.
I'm glad to hear it. Give those demons their due.
Tell me what you know then.
You know the guardhouse with the little arena? In the palace below the Crone, over by the outer wall? Inside, I mean, on the ground floor. The place stinks like hell, day in and day out. It makes my head spin. I've seen things there with my own eyes I'd rather not talk about. I'd start the investigation there if I were you.
All right. I'll look into it.
You mean...
I'm sorry.
That's fine. You mean that building right there? That's conveniently close, isn't it? I think I can guess where the smell is coming from.
Privies for the guards. Did he make a mistake? Or is he just messing with me?
Yeah, I've got a feeling.
You must have been wrong about those demons. The place you described to me was just a shitter.
You're right. My bad. I realised as soon as you left.
Second chances or no? Chat? Second chance or no second chance? I'm trying to foster some audience interaction. Which is hard with a small audience. How long do I wait? People might not be paying attention. No? Okay. It's hard to say. He didn't seem particularly concerned for real, right? So I think he's kind of just pulling my leg a little bit, which I don't appreciate. But there, and what I remember from earlier was that he was a bit of a dick anyway. I guess I could try to just confront him and see how he responds. Yeah, let's do that.
You were bored, so you made up the whole story.
Oh, come on.
Well, that didn't tell me shit. No pun intended.
So where should I start looking for those demons?
I was actually going to send you to the palace below the Maiden Tower. It's upstairs, near Lord von Burgos and the Burgrave's chambers. I hear a mysterious door appears right next to the staircase leading to the tower. It must be the devil's work.
All right.
All right. I'll have a look. But you better not be messing with me.
Take care.
I just hope I'm not gonna fail this for not being there on time. I need to talk to this person as well, which is apparently down there for some reason. And I'm already outside, so let's quickly run down there and get that done.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Yeah, yeah.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
I don't actually care how the watch is going.
I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
Well, this is a cheerful gathering, isn't it? Can I go inside? I'm allowed inside.
The Chamberlain said you know something about the demons haunting the castle.
Of course I do. But I don't know what to think anymore. I keep finding hair in my food. Someone hides my spices. My soup goes sour. And there's that awful smell.
Still sounds like rats, yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrible. The Chamberlain wants this resolved as soon as possible.
It's about time. Do you have any idea how scared people are? All it takes is one mention of those beasts and the maids start threatening to find work elsewhere. Oh, I hear the castle has always been connected to hell, but nobody tells you that when you ask to work here.
Where should I start looking?
They must be coming from the other side of the castle. Under the crone.
Bertha told me the demons are likely to be coming from here, under the Maiden.
Oh, of course she did. They've been messing with her head. That old crone's under their spell. I always knew it.
Let me guess. I'm going to have to go around fireplaces and sprinkle 9 drops of water on them.
9? Why 9? But you're mostly right. You have to douse the ground in front of the fireplace they're coming from. That creates a boundary demons can't cross.
All right. Where can I find the fireplaces?
That's hard to describe. Anyway, there are 5 such fireplaces on the crone side of the castle. Together they form the shape of a 5-pointed star, a pentagram.
Isn't that supposed to be protection from demonic forces?
Don't worry.
I'll take care of it then.
I'll take care of everything. Hopefully I won't miss any of them.
If I were you, I'd do it during the night. Even the demons have to sleep sometime, don't they?
The devil never sleeps.
And the old hag rushes in where the devil fears to tread, eh? The sooner you get rid of them, the better. Take care and good night.
So, 10 fireplaces that we need to pour water on, all in all. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. It's an excuse to explore the castle, I suppose.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Why, thank you. The main quest waits for me, right? It's the main quest. What are these markers, actually? So that's just the general area. And then the E is according to the blacksmith's directions, which I don't trust. But there's a fireplace in the kitchen.
That should do it.
Okay, then. Any fires downstairs? Nope. Okay. It's gonna be an interesting couple of minutes just looking for fireplaces. Ooh. There's a lot of weapons in here. I kind of want them. But I shouldn't steal. There's the fireplace.
8, 9.
Didn't particularly look like he was counting there, but sure. It goes back downstairs. This goes out onto the ramparts. I don't like the way the metal is reflecting things after I turn the settings down.
Don't show yourself here again.
I'm sure the ferret can help me figure this out later. Already got that one. Yeah, that tracks.
Great. Another shitter. That should do it.
Don't mind me, my lord. I'm just sprinkling your fireplace. Because reasons.
That should do it.
Right, so that was the 5 on this side. Let's go get the 5 on the other side. It's a bit tedious, this, but as far as missions go, not exactly difficult.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Why, thank you. I wasn't looking. It was a very nice dress, though. That looks like a fireplace.
Here.
How much water is in that vial? Look at this. This just looks bad. Ugh. Next time. Next time.
Greetings, sir.
They won't be getting past this.
Is this how they clean floors around here now?
No, it's for the demons. That's back outside. Let's go say hi to the blacksmith before he inevitably goes to bed, shall we? Because I got some choice words for him.
You're not from here, eh? Around here, you need a light after dark. Yeah, you're ugly. Now I know why you wanted to be in the dark. Anyway, carry on, sir.
Well, my fucking apologies. I thought we were inside the castle, and there's plenty of other people here not carrying torches.
The place you sent me to was just another privy. I'm starting to lose my patience.
Oops, excuse me and my befuddled mind, I've messed up again.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very sincere, does he?
You're just messing with me. People are scared, rumors are spreading, and you're sending me from one privy to another.
It was just a little misunderstanding.
No, you don't get third chances.
I don't have time for your stupid jokes.
Suit yourself. But don't be surprised when one of the demons comes back to bite you in the arse.
What, literally?
We didn't have such dice when I was young.
God, what an asshole. Oh, any fireplaces in here by chance? I mean, technically, but it doesn't look like it counts. No. Okay. Okay. Back to the mission we go.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings.
I apologize.
Me too. Did I check this floor yet? Oh, that's locked. It's not. There might be a fireplace in there. Private area. I can see a fire, but there was a door there. That's a fireplace.
Back to hell with you.
I'm not sure what to think about the sound effects when I'm pouring that water. It suggests that there might actually be something. But it's probably just superstition, right? Because otherwise something bad might happen to our boy Henry, and that would never happen. I say as I randomly come across a floating inkwell. Maybe the place is haunted after all. Should we just get out of here and burn it all to the ground? You know there's a fire in the alchemy room. But apparently that doesn't count. Nothing in here. There's one.
Back to hell with you.
Who are you talking to? Any fireplaces up here? Yes. Thank you.
They won't be getting past this.
Alright, mission complete, I suppose. Where's that Chamberlain? I wish it was daytime so we could see the view. It's a good view. It's only been about 3 hours, but I feel like I'm already losing steam tonight. There you are. Oh, and took care of the demons.
I took care of those demons.
Allegedly.
It shouldn't be a problem anymore.
I didn't see any of them. I did see some mice, though. Ah, let's pretend.
I've still got chills down my spine thinking about those screams.
Hopefully things will quieten down again for a while. Most importantly...
Nice layout. Should we steal it? Yeah, we should.
As well. I can still smell that stench everywhere.
He got you too, did he? He tries that prank on all the newcomers to the castle.
You knew? Why didn't you warn me?
I wouldn't want to spoil his fun.
Anyway, the job is done.
Trotsky Castle,
Huh.
held by Sir Otto von Berghoff, Lord of Billin, Royal Chamberlain of the Kingdom of Bohemia, Chairman of the Provincial Court, Member of the Crown Council, Magistrate of the Peace, Burgrave of Prague thanks you.
It was a gigantic waste of time, and I'm happy to help.
I didn't fight Lucifer like Sir Otto, but even so, the demons should leave you alone. I'm glad I could help.
And I'm glad that all I have left to deal with this month is fixing the stairs, the sedilia, and checking all the chimneys.
You've got a lot to do.
There's always something to do at a big castle like this. Also, don't think you can continue to move freely about the castle. You are hereby stripped of that privilege. Nevertheless, since the minions of hell didn't reach the castle's coffer, nor did they cut into our profits, you deserve a reward.
Golden cup and a golden chalice. That's probably worth a bit.
While exploring the region, I came across several graves of your men.
Ah, yes. Captain Thomas and his men were not the only ones not to return. At least we know what happened to them. Here. Something for your trouble. God be with you.
All right. That's done with. Let's see if I can find Hans. I'm probably very, very late for whatever it is we were supposed to be doing. Because now it's in the middle of the night. Why are you here all alone? Sleeping by the looks of it. You know what? If that's the only option that's left...
Look what I have for you.
I'm gonna feed my dog. Perfect. Let's try that again, shall we?
Take it.
Much better.
Good boy. Good boy.
And then I'm gonna go sleep for an hour to save the game. Dogs don't like to eat rolling bags, noted. Yeah. They only eat stationary food. Speaking of food, I should probably eat some myself as well. And I'll have what the dog is having. And that's not because I eat poor, it's because my dog is... what's the word I'm looking for? Spoiled. And where's Hans? He's gone to bed, hasn't he? I mean, it would probably help if I unwrapped the food before giving it to the dog. I'm not entirely sure how he manages to open the bags. Am I allowed to be here? Maybe I'll wait until morning. I think I'll wait until morning. So that was a very productive romp around the castle. Someone's looking for me, apparently. I don't know why. Or who. Is there anywhere I can sit? Where's a table up here? That I can't sit at. I reckon Hans is probably gonna come outside. So while I'm waiting for that... Do I have any books? I don't have any books. Great. Guess all I can do is wait then. There you are. Oh, let's get on with the story.
I'll wait with you.
Well, look at that. Missed me already, eh?
There you are. Can we get going?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride.
Okay.
We're moving out.
Easy.
Want to have a word with young older Semine?
Nice and slow.
Forward to Semine.
Do I have to manually control this? It usually gives me a follow option. What are they doing over there for? And what's that guy doing? I feel like the game is breaking. My computer might be breaking. Hello? Can we, like, move? Can we move more than 3 feet? I guess we're waiting for that guy, which is, for some reason, really struggling to get on his horse. You know what? I think this is a great place to stop. Game clearly doesn't like me today. Although I think that's more my computer just struggling to keep up. Oh? There we go! The moment I say I'm gonna quit, it starts working.
Go!
Henry, you and Lord Capon have already been to Semine, haven't you?
I was there a couple of times. More by mistake. Why do you ask?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble, knowing its strengths and weaknesses.
I guess we'll do this and then
Number
I'll
of men
stop.
hiding places. It's a pity I can't count on you if things turn nasty there.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semine has joined the bandits. I'm fed up with the way you have to keep looking over your shoulder, because you never know who's going to sneak up on you.
God's truth. The worst of it is, these days you can't even trust the people around you.
Can I ask you, what actually happened? when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well,
Fair
if you
enough.
tell me,
Fair enough.
maybe we'll
All
learn
right, never
something
mind.
that will help us.
I suppose you're right.
Seems me and Henry are not in agreement in this instance.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men, and they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maid servant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such mettle.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves in his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos,
This is a long
I managed to get
conversation.
a few men together and fight back.
I was
We
gonna
had
wait
better
until the end of
armor,
it to say
gained a bit
anything.
of advantage, and they fled.
But they're just
like
not
that.
stopping.
Aye, it was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage and surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his captain, and thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, it's clear they were in on it. And then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
I'm sure they deserve to be dealt with justly.
And my men didn't deserve justice? Young Master Albert? The Sawbones? Every man who fell was a good and decent fella. I'll never forgive those swine.
I'm sure they were. I just don't want you to do anything rash.
Fight fire with fire.
One more thing, Burgrave. Their commander. Was he a big man in armor with a mace?
Aye.
Alright. Well, I guess that conversation was supposed to be running all the way to the castle then. What I was gonna say was that explosions and smoke... What does that sound like?
Open the gates! The Lord Burgo.
Because to me that sounds a little bit like gunpowder. I don't like this. This feels like the exact thing I wanted to avoid.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by.
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
I hope, for your sake too, that we won't stay here too long. We just need to know a few things.
What's it all about?
What do you know about the ambush of your lord, Sir Otto von Burgo?
And also about the ambush of my people by the pond.
I'm sorry for Lord von Berghoff and your people, sir, but what do I have to do with it?
We had other concerns. We were celebrating a wedding. Or have you forgotten?
Indeed. Speaking of that wedding, where's your son? I'd like to ask him something.
He's not here. You'll have to make do with me. So, what do you want to know?
We are investigating the ambush. It already feels like that other guy that we're with is not interested in waiting. So I think this one will have a bad result.
In the name of Lord von Berghoff, we're investigating those ambushes. We just wanted to find out as many details as possible. Whether you noticed anything unusual.
I reckon I already told you we had other things to worry about that night.
The two of you were our guests, after all.
It's getting late, and I don't have time to wait. I want you to bring Older here immediately. Or do I have to find him in the fortress myself?
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But
Wait,
don't
what?
take my Older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market
In
where
you?
you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over.
That's a
or
baseless
this
accusation.
place will
You don't
be
know that.
reduced to ashes.
I mean, for what it's worth, I think he's right, but he doesn't know that. But also, that's way too far. You can't do that. If nothing else, they're nobles. They, given the applicable laws in the area and the time period, they're entitled to a trial at the very least, right?
Hashek, you can't do that.
Can't? As you think Lord von Burgo can be betrayed by his very own subjects. So, what'll it be, old man? Will you start cooperating? Or would you rather taste my wrath?
I'm sorry, Hashek, you're going too far. You're acting out of vengeance. It's not good.
You're going too far. Leave your anger aside. We have to keep a cool head.
I'm sure we can sort it out another way. We'll arrest Older and take him before Lord von Bergov at Trotsky.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Hans is right. Listen to Hans.
Lord von Burgo won't waste words with such rabble. You've had plenty of chances to hand him over to us peacefully, and you haven't. Your mistake. Older won't pass through the gate of this fortress alive, nor anyone who stands in my way.
Please calm down.
Easy, Hashek. No one's standing in your way. You better listen to him, Lord Semming. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
He deserves a trial, nevertheless.
Hashek,
He's a
don't
nobleman.
overdo it. Older deserves a fair trial, not a blood feud on his entire family.
That's true.
Well put, Henry.
Maybe they didn't even know about it.
You surely don't believe them, do you? Ha! I'm going to burn down this nest of vipers. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll make no distinction between you and them. Well then, which side are you on?
Nothing is going to be burned down.
That's not what Lord von Bergov wanted of you, Hashek. Come to your senses.
You won't tell me what to do or not do. I'll have my revenge on these bastards, and nobody will stand in my way. Not even you.
Enough talk! Guards!
To arms! Hammer them!
Traitors!
Why? Just why? Why are people? I think we'll leave it at that.
Kill those traitors!
Who am I fighting?
You trust that pair.
What are you waiting for, numbskull? Fight!
What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake?
Oh!
Nice hit!
What the fuck? Von Bergov will hang us for this. All of us.
There is no other way.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Bergov did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Bergov didn't want anything like this. We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If you'd listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Bergov will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raise Samin to the ground.
Yeah, this is a fucking
What
disaster.
are we going to do?
But the sun's out of hiding now, so...
First, I have a few questions for Older here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Why did you join them?
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Bergov is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Traitor
Your
this,
father
traitor
is
that.
his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice for a righteous cause. But it seems that
great.
means
The
nothing
revolutionaries.
to all you here.
Enough. Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Bergov's rat.
Who are they, these allies of yours?
Good checks, for the most part. That's all you need to know about them.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Bergov is innocent in our eyes.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war.
Well, fuck your
All
eyes then. You
sorts of
didn't
things
have
can happen.
the
As
information.
long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no peace in this domain.
There's no peace because of that very band of yours. The one you even left your own wedding for.
But we almost had him.
My God. Why do you punish me so?
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye, I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Bergov. But he's a foreigner, and I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
Good question. What can we do? I hope Henry has more ideas than I do, because I'm kind of stumped. Which is why my commentary over the past 5 minutes have consisted mainly of sighs. How did we end up here? Why does nothing ever just go the way it's supposed to?
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but Hashek was planning to burn down the fortress, and we...
I think I know where this is going.
We must do the same.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat?
Oh, Older. Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay here and pretend nothing happened.
Yeah, no.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Bergov, and then it's in God's hands.
Von Bergov already knows the outlaws are based in Nebakov, and he's planning a big raid. We can take advantage of that.
If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
Meanwhile,
hopefully,
we could flee.
And leave them to their fate? Betray my comrades in arms?
Older, look around you, damn it. Was this not enough for you? If he wants, von Bergov will raise every castle for miles around to the ground.
When does von Bergov want to attack Nabokov?
Only he knows for now.
And don't even think about warning them. We must disappear immediately.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Bergov.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
If it all works out, and if we ever meet again, I'll repay you.
Let's not delay any longer, Older. God protect us. And you as well.
Jesus Christ. All those innocent guards.
Ride back. Report this to von Bergel.
Because one man couldn't control his temper. I don't think this was my fault, right? I think the dead guy is to blame. Right? How am I doing on... Yeah, I've got a couple of savior snaps yet left. So I'm gonna save it here and leave it off there for now. A little bit of a shorter one than usual, but like I said earlier, I was losing a bit of steam. Granted, this woke me up, but now I'm just concerned about what's gonna happen next, quite frankly. But I do want to look into those settings before going any further. Maybe I can at least get the water reflections looking good again. Because those were bothering me, same with the metal stuff. Hopefully without the game continually crashing. Because I'd like to stream the rest of this, but I know there's some sections coming up that are even more intensive as far as resource consumption goes, so something has to be done. Cross your fingers for me, please. Hopefully we can figure it out. That said, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the chaos and the demon hunting. I feel like we didn't really do much today compared to last time. But it's good to be back in the saddle again. And in the next episode, I reckon things are probably gonna get even worse if prior experience is anything to go by. So until then, have a good one. Good night. Bye bye.